Boom, 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 booyaka shot. Boom, 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 booyaka shot. Yeah. Ha. You got some fantasy basketball for you and me. LeBron James and Steph Curry. You got some fantasy. I'm sorry I did Disney. In this episode, we will be conducting a 12-team mock draft on ESPN. We believe every NBA fan should support fantasy basketball content. So here we are. This is an impromptu live stream. We got to just get focused because this joint is about to jump off right now. Like literally, we are minutes away. Let me get focused. I think we're like 28 seconds before this joint jumps off. Crazy Townville. Let me make sure my video is all good. All right, folks, let's buckle up. Let's have some fun. All right. Let me see if I can actually pull this joint out. Yeah. Hey. Okay, cool. So here we are in the mock draft room. So here we are in the draft room. It's about to go down. So here we are in the draft room. First person off the board is Nikola Jokic, as usual. Here we are in the draft room. First player off the board, as usual, Nikola Jokic. After Nikola Jokic, it looks like we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the 1-2. Then we have Victor Wembanyama at the 1-3, Giannis at the 1-4, and then Luka at the 1-5. I always say that there are no surprises in that first 5 picks, right? It's when we get into pick 6, 7, 8, 9 where things get interesting. I might have an unconventional pick. Bear with me. I just got to do what I got to do this. After Luka Doncic, we have Domantas Sabonis, and I am up. I'm going to grab not the most popular player in the first round, but I got to do it, Jalen Brunson. Do not judge me. There is a method to my freaking madness. Do not judge me. Jeez Louise, I could hear you guys. I hear you guys in the daggone crowd already. Like, oh my God, what is Robin doing? And drafting Jalen Brunson. I thought you used to work for NBC Sports, sir. What happened to that, Robin? I thought you were from Roto World, dude. Come on, man. Get your stuff together. All right, don't worry. We're going to get to the chat in a minute. I just got to get my bearings because, as you can see, I am not drafting in my home studio. I am doing this on the road in the ATL. Okay, so I'm up in a few picks. So let me go ahead and just lock in. I want to make sure I get the player that I want, and then we'll go back to the recap. So I see the player that I want. I don't know if he will continue to fall. I'm going to go ahead and try to grab him now and see if I can get him now, because this is the time of the draft where people are making that decision. I don't know. There's a couple of them that I want, but there's only one that I think I'm going to take. So let me play it safe, because I don't think this guy's going to make it back on the turn. While we wait, because I know who I'm going to get, I'm going to go back to the recap. After Domantas Sabonis at the 1-6, we have Anthony Davis, 1-7. Cade Cunningham, 1-8. Jalen Brunson at 1-9. At the 1-10, Anthony Edwards. At the 1-11, Karl Anthony Towns. And then closing out the first round is Trae Young. So I'm going to go ahead and make my pick, and I am Gucci. I grabbed Jalen Williams. After Trae Young at the 1-12, we have Devin Booker at the top of the second. James Harden falls to the second round. Man, that's value, guys. That is value. Draft James Harden in that first round if you have to, but if he falls to you in the second, I love it. Kevin Durant at the 2-3. Then I grabbed Jalen Williams at the 2-4, and then Tyrese Maxey, who continues to fall in drafts. We are seeing this trend where your man Tyrese Maxey was going in the first round very early in mock season, but now he is going in the second round. Let's get to some of these comments because we never want to neglect our people. Big shout out to my man Cameron Franks. He says, let's go. Top is off. Boobies is out. Hair blowing in the freaking wind. Let's get it, my guy. Leonardo, Leo is new to the group, bringing so much value. Leo, I am so grateful for you, my dude. Like, I'm being sincere, man. You have brought a new energy. Leo suggested that we do a mock draft channel in the Discord. And since then, the mock drafts has just been cooking. He says, early mock draft, let's go. The EU crew appreciates it. All good for my European folks. Brett Ballin says, yo, we in the building. Let me take a quick look just to make sure. Okay, I got some time. So let's get through all of these. Gabriel says, let's go. Then we got Harachara says, if there was a hip hop album draft for this year, where would you take the new JID album? A hip hop album draft? Yo, that is the most fire question I have heard all day. We gotta give you one for this. We gotta give you one for this. Oh shit, that joint is on repeat. Let me stop. Jesus Christ. Let me get my volume right because I got the volume on the computer up and it's like a lot of feedback. Yeah, JID album. I'd have to listen to it. I haven't heard that one. So I can't give you an honest review on that one right now. But that's a great question. Oh my gosh. I wish we can get more of those. Really, I wish we can get more of those. Then we got Mark. He says, hey, yo, Rob, would you put a whole stream if I could, but about to start work? Hope you're well. Keep up the killer content, Rob. Would pull up you would pull up. I ain't mad at that. Cameron Frank says, love Luka at 5. In Medical says, glad to see Edwards falling. We overprojected. Yup, we did. People were really high on him. Then we got Mark J-Dub next to the Jalen Johnson. Collect all the Jalen Infinity Stones. Yo, he's on to me. He's on to me. Okay, let's get back to the recap. After Devin Booker, we had James Harden, Kevin Durant at the 2-3, Jalen Williams at the 2-4, Tyrese Maxey at the 2-5. Then we have Paolo Banchero at the 2-6. This is a points league, so I think that is tons of value for Paolo. Middle of the second, come on, man. Where they do that at? Bam Bam Adebayo at the 2-7, Nikola Vucevic at the 2-8, LeBron James at the 2-9, Steph Curry 2-10, Alperen the Goon Şengün at the 2-11, Scotty Too Hottie Barnes at the 2-12, King Cooper Flag at the 3-1, Amen Pray to Heaven Thompson at the 3-2, and then we got your man Evan Mobley at the 3-3, Jalen Johnson off the board. I was going for Jalen Johnson. Man, I'm mad about that. And then we got Donovan Mitchell at the 3-5. So I'm up in 2 picks. My man already called me out on what my mission is here. I hope I don't get sniped now that people kind of know my mission. If you don't know, this is our annual Jalen draft. We try to draft as many Jalen players as possible and then still try to secure a solid GOAT rating at the end of the draft. So far, some people have taken Brunson for points leagues in that first round. I wouldn't normally, but I was hoping to get Jalen Johnson with the 3rd round pick, but yeah, it just didn't work out. So the Jalen I'm going to take now is Jaylen Brown. Obviously, it would have been Jalen Johnson there, but I'm fine with Jaylen Brown. I think he's going to have a great season. Let's get back to the recap. So we'll go after Evan Mobley. We had Jalen Johnson at the 3-4, Donovan Mitchell at the 3-5. Yo, the disrespect. Yo, Donovan Mitchell is plummeting. Let me know in the comments, chat. Are you guys okay with that? I'm taking Donovan Mitchell before that. I'm okay with it. Yeah, he's not playing the same amount of minutes that he used to play, but still super productive. I don't know about that. Now, the next player, I don't know if he should go this high. Like, Mitchell too low. This guy right after Donovan Mitchell seems a little off to me, but I can understand based on his production last season from the Chicago Bulls at the 3-6, Josh the Giddy. I'm up in a couple of picks, so I'm going to see what kind of Jalen goodness I could cook up. It might be too early for Jalen Duren, right? It might be too early for Jalen Duren. Now that you guys know my plan, I can go ahead and queue up every Jalen in the book and make sure that I collect them all. but I think it's too early for Jalen Duren. I don't know if that I would do that right now. And I also think it's a little early for Jalen Green. So these are the two that I'll be targeting. I'm going to draft some other players just to kind of fill out my roster. Actually, I don't know. Should I just, I think it's early for Jalen. Man, but I don't think he's going to come back around to me on the turn. And I can't leave this draft with just, he's going to screw up my draft if I draft him here, man. I don't know if I could take this guy right here. I don't know if I could take this guy. I feel like I need to take De'Aaron Fox. I got to take De'Aaron Fox. I'm not I want Jalen Green, but I got to be able to at least secure a 3 or 4 GOAT rating, and I won't be able to do that if I'm seeing Jalen Green go way later. People are passing on him. His ADP or his projections here for ESPN are a little skewed. I'm just not okay with grabbing him that early. So let's get to the chat and see what my people are saying over here. We got your men's in them. Oh, hold up. Shoot. What did they say? Let me see. Oh, okay. My bad. I thought that somebody was still on the board, but I was going to grab him if he was. All right, cool. So Leonardo says Fox there was a steal. I think so too. And I think for the team that I'm trying to build, Leo, because I went Jalen Brunson first round, I needed to make up the value somewhere else, right? And I think that grabbing Fox there kind of balances out the roster a little bit. Then Highlight Factory, my guy says Denny getting sniped. Enigmatical says LaMelo falling. Chad TTV says it's never too early in a points league for a free double-double machine. Tell me about it, especially when we talk about points leagues, man. It's so much value when it comes to those double-double machines. Enigmatical says it seems low for Mitchell, but yeah, the low minutes, injury, and blowouts where he sits hurts his stock. I agree. And I think that hurts his stock is one thing. This is a guy who was going in that second round area last season, and now I'm seeing him go in that late third, mid to late third. So for me, I think that's value. I'm okay with grabbing him there if he's still on the board. So it's something that we want to pay attention to. And also, is the risk of the injuries, is the change of the usage in minutes, is that enough to sway us from drafting him at all? So I'm interested to see what happens with the Don this season. Let's get back to the recap. After, man, we went Giddler, right? All right, cool. After the Giddler, we have Chet Holmgren at the 3-7, Ja with the blicky in the club on the live stream, Morant at the 3-8. I grabbed Jaylen Brown at the 3-9. Love that pick. At the 3-10, Jaren Jackson Jr. At the 3-11, another player that I'm seeing fall dramatically. This guy was going in the second round when we first opened up mock drafts. We started doing mock drafts in July, y'all. We don't play. I keep telling y'all, and I'm going to tell you again. Let's do big screen for this one. Fantasy basketball championships are not won during the season. They are, in fact, won during the offseason. And that's why we in the gym early. Dedicated work. My man, one of my peoples in the Discord did a meme of me the other day with the Joker with a basketball sewn to his hand because that's how I get down when it comes to this. So, hey, it is what it is. Okay, so I'm up in a couple picks. So let me lock in. Again, I think it's too early for Jalen Duren right now. I think it's way too early for Jalen Duren. I'm going to get him with the next pick, though. If he comes back around, I will go early on him, not this early. So I think the player that works best for me, I don't have any serious injury concerns on my team. So I'm looking at Kawhi here. And if you guys if you follow the channel for a while, you know that I don't do Kawhi. But 5th round value, come on, man. I'm gonna take Kawhi Leonard. So I grabbed Kawhi busted thigh Leonard. Let's quickly get back to the recap. After Jaylen Brown at the 3-9, then we have Jaren Jackson Jr. From Jermaine's team, Pascal Siakam, Franz Wagner at the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 4th, Zion Williamson. Hey, for the record, I love Zion Williamson this season. Again, not going to group him and pair him with another player that has injury concerns, but if he plays, you know what you're going to get. For a points league, cooking with hot bacon grease. Come on, man. That's how he gets down in the club. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's get back to the recap. After Zion Williamson, we got Tyler Hero De Niro at the 4-2, Jamal Murray at the 4-3. I grabbed De'Aaron Fox at the 4-4. Come on, man. I does this. I keep telling y'all, man. I don't play. When it comes to building these daggone custom teams, I'm out here like it's 2K55, man. I'm not playing. I am not playing. Oh, my God. But, I thought I wasn't playing until I saw what Brett did. Brett grabbed LaMelo Ball. How Brett grabbed LaMelo Ball. I was sleeping, y'all. LaMelo Ball's ADP is like 50 right now. Yo, Brett crushed. I would have rather had LaMelo Ball there. Maybe. Oh, my God. After LaMelo Ball at the 4-5, we have Desmond. Bring the pain, Bane at the 4-6. Then we have Denny Avdia. Oh, Denny Baby Jordan Avdia at the 4-7. Zubats at the 4-8. Dyson, the Merchant of Theft Daniels at the 4-9. And I'm up. So let me see if my man is. Oh, shoot. Somebody took Jalen? Yo, y'all are foul. Y'all are foul ball. You see that? Man, listen. Shish kebabs. There goes the neighborhood. Freaking heck. You guys, man, you guys are ruthless, man. I'm trying to make I'm here doing a draft for y'all, and you sickos don't have the decency. You guys don't have the decency to let me get the player that I want. You guys are foul ball, man. Come on, man. You guys are doing me like dirty dish rag dirty. Come on, man. Let's get back to the recap. These daggone sickos ain't playing. After Dyson, the Merchant of Theft Daniels, a.k.a. the Burglar, we got Darius Garland at the 4-10. I love that pick. Kobe White at the 4-11. DeMar. Not like us, DeRozan. You a fan. Freaking, you a 69, huh? Run for your life. They not like us. Sorry, y'all. That's we get down when it comes to that. All right. After DeMar not like us, DeRozan, we have Jalen Green. Then we have Peyton Pritchard at the 5-2. I think that's way too early for Peyton Pritchard. I get it, Leo. I get it. Word is that he'll be starting. I don't know if he's 5th round value. Brandon Miller at the 5-3, fine with that. Joel Embiid, even though we have injury concerns, if this guy plays, you're going to have a 1st round value at the 5-4. Josh Hart at the 5-5. You got Mike Brown coming into town. Tom Thibodeau is gone. I do not think he's going to give you 5th round value. Cameron, I like your optimism, but I am a hard no on Josh Hart in the 5th round. Hey. Okay. So after Josh Hart, we got Austin Reeves at the 5-6. Jordan, leave the kids at the pool with the baddies at the 5-7. Derek White at the 5-8. Kawhi, busted thigh Leonard at the 5-9. Miles Turner at the 5-10. Mikal, never stale, Bridges at the 5-11. Rudy Gobert at 5-12. DeAndre Ayton at the 6-1. We seen him go earlier and earlier, man. Whoever did that, man, he jumped out on a limb, and I am not mad at it at all. After DeAndre Ayton, we got Julius Randle at the 6-2. Jalen Duren. Jermaine, you killing me, man. I'm out here. I got a whole channel, man. It ain't that serious. Come on, my guy. Dag, yo. Y'all did me dirty. Y'all couldn't leave the Jalen's alone for what draft? It's a mock draft. At the 6-3, Jalen Duren. Jermaine got me sniping. Then I grabbed Zach LaVine next. That's wild, Joe. You did that for spite, Jermaine. I know you didn't even want him. You just want to mess my stuff up. Then DeJounte Murray at the 6-5. Jimmy, $100 cup of coffee at the 6-6. Michael Porter Jr., I talked about it on the last episode. Guys, have y'all seen Michael Porter Jr.'s press run? Yo, Your man is on one. He is like full on Andrew Tate, fresh and fit mode. Like, watch out. Google him. Just go Google him. After Michael Porter Jr., we got RJ Barrett at the 6'8". Trey Murphy the third at the 6'9". That is some serious value. I'm up. I'm grabbing Suggs. Forget that. Y'all not going to get me. That's the last Jalen. That's the last Jalen. That's early on Jalen Suggs, but like that's the last Jalen on the board for me. I got a pick coming up, so let me lock in. I'm looking at, I would not be drafting Paul George. Nobody. I would be interested in OG. If somebody didn't just take him, who is that? Jermaine is killing me, yo. The snipe master has spoken. I'm open to Bradley Beal here. Is it 7th round? It's way too early for Ace, but I'm interested in Ace. So I'll go ahead and just queue him up. Walter Clayton Jr. interested in him, so I'll queue him up. Donovan Clingan have some interest in him as well. Grady Dick have some interest in him, even though I feel very weird saying that out loud. I do have interest. Casey Wallace, man, did you see where they have him ranked for Yahoo? Yahoo opened up yesterday, y'all, and they got your man Casey Wallace in like the top 20 or something like that. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy how high they have that man. It is like Cheech and Chong, Redman, and Method Man high. Okay, I'm up. So let me lock in. So Malik Monk here, no. Bobby Portis, no. None of this is interesting to me. I'll take Bradley Beal. I'm not happy about. Did I auto draft? I know I just did auto draft. Let me find out I auto drafted. Shish kebabs. I auto drafted. Frick. Frickety frick. We haven't had an auto draft in like 3 drafts. And of all people to do it, the host of the freaking show does an auto draft, and the person that I auto draft is Duncan freaking Robinson? Oh my gosh. What has become of my Jalen draft? It ain't even Tim Duncan. It ain't even Tim Duncan. It ain't even David Robinson. It's Duncan Robinson. Oh my gosh. Damn. Let me get to the recap to see if I can salvage my mock draft here. Oh gosh, my community is doing great. Not y'all. Y'all are doing great. This is right on target for being another auto pick free mock draft. I would say that I messed up on that. That was my fault. Duncan Robinson. You freaking believe that? I cannot. I cannot with myself. Okay, after Trey Murphy, Jarrett Allen, Emmanuel Quickly, Miles Bridges at the 6'12", Brandon Ingram, Jakob Poeltl, Kyrie Irving going earlier and earlier. Pay attention to that, folks. Pay attention to Kyrie Irving going at the 7'3". Pay attention to this. Walker, the Stalker Kessler at the 7'4", Mark Williams at the 7'5", Isaiah Hartenstein at the 7'6", Fred VanVleet 7'7", Suggs early for him, very early. OG Anunoby, Norman Powell, Cam Thomas, Kristaps Porzingis, Lauri Markkanen at the 8'2", CJ McCollum at the 8'3", Duncan Robinson at the 8. I hope I'm wrong, because I am not targeting Duncan Robinson anywhere. I hope I'm wrong. Cameron Johnson at the 8'5", D'Angelo Russell, Alex Sarr. Ooh, I love that pick. Malik Monk, Onyeka Okongwu, Jaden Ivey. Interested to see what he does on his bounce back here. Donovan Clingan, Ace off the board. Wow, that's crazy. Nimhard off the board. Matas Buzelis, Benedict Mathurin, Khalil Ware. All of my entire queue is gone. Jeez Louise. Dag. That is crazy, yo. That is crazy work. All right, no problem. I ain't gonna stress over it. It's all good. Let me queue up some other players. I'm back. I did the whole recap. We're okay. You know, there's still hope. There's still hope for this draft. But let me actually do my next couple picks, and then we'll go back to the chat and bring some folks up. Man, this is very, very interesting to see how this is developed with my Jalen draft. But hey, It comes with the turf, man. If you want to play with fire, you are liable to get burnt. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But still a lot of goodness here in these later rounds. So I'll continue to queue a bunch of these players up. I'm confident that these snipers in our community who are so well versed in fantasy basketball will definitely continue to snipe your boy. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, cool. So looks like many of those players that I queued up are gone. I do have some Nick Claxton here, which to me is not exciting at all. So I'm not going to do that. I am interested, however, in Asar Thompson, especially if I drafted Duncan Robinson. Like, let me just go ahead and see if I can have some like serious upside, like some respectable upside, right? Like, yeah, Amin Thompson crushing it. Asar Thompson is also due for a leap. So for me, I am all good with that. Better than Duncan Robinson and better than Dagon. Who's the other player? Nick Claxton. Like Nick Claxton, I think will be solid, but come on, I'm not drafting Nick Claxton right now. I'm not drafting Nick Claxton. No freaking way. After this next pick, I'll go to the chat and then we'll pull up the recap and get back to you guys with the recap. But still, again, a bunch of goodness here. But as I queue them up, because these guys are such sharks, we are having them actually leave the board just as fast as I am queuing them up. It is actually remarkably challenging. Remarkably challenging. So we're going to keep on going. Still a bunch of goodness here. Approaching my next pick, which is my 10th round pick. And the players I'm looking at, I think I want to snatch up a rookie. So if some of these rookies are still available, like Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe, I'd be looking at them here. Also quite interested in Grady Dick. Interested in grabbing Grady Dick. Oh, man, Robin, what are you doing? Okay, cool. Is my lighting? What's happening with my lighting here? Let me see what's happening. Looks like the lighting. Okay, cool. So that's for video. I'm having some lighting issues, but all to the good, all to the good. Let's grab who we want. I'm gonna grab Dylan, VJ, Dylan. I'm gonna grab VJ. Like, forget it. I love me some VJ, and the rookies are going off the board now. So I gotta really prioritize getting some youth on my squad. So looks like we're gonna get to this chat really quick. Let's check this out. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So my people are up in here today. Like it is nobody's business. We got, are you at the office at Believe in Fantasy Basketball? Immortal asked me. I am not in the office, but it's a nice setup, right? I was thinking about, my wife isn't trying to get me to like change up my studio a little bit. So I'm speaking at a conference in Atlanta this week. And I had two talks. Many of you guys know, but if you're new to the channel, I do social media solutions by day. So I work for local government, and I also have my own boutique agency. So I gave a talk today about a book that I wrote called Social Media Sync, and I'm in Atlanta right now. So I got a hotel room, just set up a little station here. The snipers are out. I love Okongwu, but they hit me. Yeah, the snipers are. You got to duck. Check out the Robinson Family Foundation. Yo, Roger, yo, Antec, you ain't right for that one. Immortal says David Robinson's the GOAT. Oh, Enigmatical says not even close. You got Mitchell Robinson. That's good. Am I up? Well, I heard a sound. Nope, not my pick. Immortal says they think Cason Wallace is somehow going to be next up. A lot of people are high on him. Yeah, his Yahoo numbers are crazy, Antec. Yep. Tariq Eason, crazy value. Brooklyn PR team is sweating about MPJ. MPJ is up. He is gone, yo. Antec says, I got Big Face Coffee t-shirt. The logo worn off. Not worth $100 cup of coffee. Tell me about it. Then we got Enigmatical says, Jackson 5. We only drafted the Jalen 5. Yo, that's good. I think I got a title for the video. That's good. The Jalen 5. Did I get 5? But did I get 5? Let's check. Let's check if I got 5. Let me check. That's a great question, Robin. Let's check. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot. There's one more. There's 2 more on the board, but they're not very good. They're not very good, guys. Like I'll start by saying that. The other Jalen's are not very good. But I'm gonna grab one of them with my last pick. Did somebody grab Kalkbrenner already? Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Because I gotta queue him up because I don't know if someone got him already because nobody was thinking about him before we started mock drafting. Now I pick him a couple times. I saw an article about him on RotoWire. Not saying it was me. I'm sure the industry has something to do with it too. But come on, man. Like, give me something.
Okay.
Give me something. Let's get back to the recap now, quickly before I have my next pick, which is in just a couple. And after Khalil Ware, we had Bradley Beal at the 9-5, Paul George at the 9-6, Devin Vassell, Anthony Simons, Asar Thompson, Keontae George, Nick Claxton. I'm up. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. I'm gonna grab Nas Reed here. Forget about it. Like that's value. Like that catches me up with some of the other picks that I took. Like, because geez Louise, man, it is looking crazy out here. Okay, so after Asar Thompson at the 9-9, we have Keontae George at the 9-10, Nick Claxton, Tumani Kamara, Bruce Brown. We got a Bruce Brown sighting? What in the heck is happening out here? Shoot. After Bruce Brown, we have Tobias Harris, Aaron Gordon, VJ Edgecombe, Dan Gafford at the 10-5, Dante DiVincenzo, Stephon Castle, the 10-7, PJ Washington, Scoot the Boot Henderson, Zachary Ricochet, Colin Sexton at the 10-11, Shaden Sharp at the 10-12, KPJ. Woo! But hold your ears. Everybody cover your ears because I'm about to drop a bomb for this one. Cover your ears. Whoa! Value bomb. They say your man right now in the depth chart, Kevin Porter Jr. is starting at point guard, which is interesting because his position is naturally shooting guard. But KPJ, people forget about what he did in Houston before he had his legal worries and stuff. Your man can hoop. After KPJ, we got Isaiah Collier, Kyle Filipowski. Love that pick. Jared McCain, Jonathan Kuminga, Trey Johnson, Christian Brown, Tyus Jones. I grabbed Nas Reed at the 11-9, Brandon Pajemski, Andrew Wiggins at the 11-11, Con Knipple at the 11-12. I love that pick. And I am up 12th round. I don't think Kalkbrenner will come back around to me if I mess around. And I think I'm going to grab a Jalen with my last pick. So I'm going to just take Kalkbrenner right here. After Con Knipple, we got Jabari Smith Jr. at the 12-1, Jaden McDaniels at the 12-2, Draymond Green at the 12-3, and I grabbed Ryan Kalkbrenner at the 12-4. I'm super grateful for the entire chat sticking around. An auto draft free environment here. We just had one auto draft pick, and that was my fault. I raised my hand. I made that mistake. That was totally me. So, yeah, I'll take full responsibility for that. Let's get back to the chat. Looks like we're kind of all caught up. We saw that one already. Enigmatic says, much love. And Immortal says, that was a bar. You already know, my guy. We out here. Big shout out to all of you guys who pulled up live. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, you know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning of a long off season where we're going to be putting in a lot of work with a lot of content. And I wanted to make sure you guys knew that we have a free community. If you guys are interested in getting continued support with your fantasy basketball teams, we actually have a full-on community where you're invited to come for free. We just give tons of free value. We have a Discord community, which is absolutely free, about 2,000 fantasy basketball sickos. I think it's like 2,500 sickos in there who will support you throughout the season to help you win your championship. We also have a free newsletter. And if you sign up for the newsletter every week, I write articles. We have a bunch of writers on our team. We got Fantasy Basketball Insider, who is really doing a lot of work on Instagram. We have our Fantasy 365, who's doing tons of work on Twitter. And we also have category league content as well. I am the points league guy for the channel, but we also have some folks who do category leagues. Big shout out to my man Matty G, as well as my whole entire team who support us with that content. So NBA fantasy basketball, my man as well. So we are out here. Big shout out to my man Pat Mamba. We also have an NBA show that we're doing, which is general NBA content that we're going to be rolling out. It's called NBA 360. That's with my man AP Jones as well as my man Gump. We just got a lot happening here. And to be a part of it all you have to do is visit believeinfantasy.com. You'll be asked to give your email. You give your email. We give you a link to the Discord, and we get you into the community. And most importantly, we get you some fantasy basketball championships. Let's get back to this draft. We have a few more before my last pick, and it looks like I'm going to go ahead and just grab my last Jalen here. I'll have the opportunity to grab him. On the recap tip, we got Ryan Kalkbrenner, Klay Thompson, Cam Whitmore, Tariq Eason, Gershon Yubusele, Walter Clayton Jr. I love that pick. Igor Dimon, love it. Ayo Desumnu, come on. Bub Carrington, yes. Zach Edey, yes. Kyle Kuzma, maybe. Derek Lively, let's go. Bilal Coulibaly, yes. Hold up. Cameron. Is Cameron auto picking? How the heck did there's no hope. There's no hope. After Jason Tatum, we have Bobby Portis, Mitchell Robinson, Keegan Murray, and I grabbed Jalen Smith. We just have a few more picks before we go into me grading my team. So I'm going to give an honest review of my team. So that's something you want to stick around for. Make sure you stick around to see what I come up with here with my grade. And I think I did okay, to be honest. You want to stick around to see the honest grade that I give myself. I said grade. Lord forgive me. Come on, Robbie. Get it together. Come on. Man. All right. After Mitchell Robinson, Keegan Murray, Jalen Smith, Dennis Schroeder, Grady Dick, and then Yang Hansen. Oh, that's great. Man, I love that pick. Man, I would have traded my Jalen for that. I would have traded my Jalen for that. Okay, so let's get to the recap. And again, I'm going to give myself an honest review. Jalen Brunson. Heck to the no. I would not draft Jalen Brunson in the first round. No, that was an L. But Jalen Williams in the second round, yes. Jaylen Brown in the third, yes. De'Aaron Fox in the fourth, double yes. Even though LaMelo Ball was there and I would have probably taken LaMelo, this is a great pick. Kawhi Leonard in the fifth round, yes. Zach LaVine in the sixth round, yes. Jalen Suggs a little early, but I'm going to give myself a maybe there. The next one, Duncan Robinson. Oh, Lord. Oh, forgive me. Oh, heck to the no. No. Asar Thompson, yes. BJ Edgecombe, maybe. Naz Reid, tons of value here. To grab him that late in the draft, I'm okay with that. Yes. Ryan Kalkbrenner, yes. And then Jalen Smith, I'll give myself a maybe. Just a maybe. I don't know what's going to happen. People been about to trade Vucevic for the last few years, ever since he got in Chicago. So I'm just like my man Matty G say. So I'm going to say for Jalen Smith that we'll give him a maybe. So overall, besides the Jalen Brunson pick and maybe the Duncan Robinson pick, I feel really good about this draft. So I'm going to give myself a 3 out of 5 GOAT rating. Now that you know who to draft for a fantasy basketball points league, check out our Now that you know who to draft from the 8th position, check out our full playlist of all of our mock drafts. This episode was presented to you by FanDuel. Cut. The lighting in this joint, it's like the sun came behind me and kind of messed up my lighting a little bit. But overall, I think this is a pretty good live stream. If you're hearing the sound of my voice now, you are tuned into the live uncut version of this episode. We typically pull the live stream off of the internet for about a week to let the edited version go out and kind of cook up, and then we share the live uncut version as well. So let's get to the chat really quick just to see what my folks are saying before we get out of here. Try to see if we got anything. We got Immortal here crying. We got Enigmatical says he's a rookie, but the only competition for his position is Nurkic. I just read an article from The Athletic that the writer put Hansen at number 25 centers in the league, and he believes that he's going to move into the starting position. Let's see. Immortal says, how good is he? He's really good. Up until today, Immortal says, I haven't heard of Ryan Kalkbrenner. Circle him on your draft board. Who had the best draft? I'd have to look at all of them to give you guys a proper assessment. Let me take a peek, and we can maybe see who had the best draft. Let's take a look. So just looking, Team 1, really good, really good, really good. Team 1 was pretty good. That is Angelo. Leo, I think that was a little early on Peyton Pritchard, but overall still really good. Frank crushed. Frank crushed. A little early for Kyrie. He took Kyrie with the 7th. He crushed. And then in the middle rounds, he kind of like, it was kind of normal. At the end, he cleaned up, though. He got Kyle Filipowski and Igor Demon. Isaiah, very good. Very good. Very good. I like Isaiah's a lot. Cameron, I don't know about Josh Hart that early in the 5th round. Still a pretty solid draft. The Montes for Ray, that's early for Giddey for me. The Giddler, I wouldn't take him that early. Tiago's killing. Oh, Tiago's killing. Value for Jimmy Butler. Okay. Tiago did really good too. So Tiago and who was the other one? Isaiah? Yeah, Tiago and Isaiah are doing really good. Then we got Bab's brilliant team. Oh my God. I think that was Brett. He crushed. A little bit of risk with DeJounte Murray in the 6th, but overall he crushed too. He did really good. My team, again, I gave myself a 3 out of 5. Jermaine's team is super solid. I'm still mad at him for sniping Duren though. And then last, Gabriel's team. Gabriel's team is pretty solid too. Yeah, it looks like we had 3 or 4. If I had to pick one just off the top of the head, I really like what Isaiah did. A few things I'll point out. He got Giannis and LeBron, then went for Jalen Johnson, snatched Jalen. I love that he reached for Dyson Daniels there. And also the risk with Joel Embiid is cool because if he plays, you got a first-round player. Trey Murphy the 3rd in the 6th round, tons of value. Walker Kessler, Okongwu, Khalil Ware. Might have been early for Khalil Ware, but I think he'll return that value. Scoot, I hope that he does well. Jared McCain, Walter Clayton Jr., who I love. Chip on his shoulder. I think he's going to get some run. And Bilal Coulibaly with the last pick. I think that's a phenomenal draft. So I think he probably had, just off the top of the head, probably had the best draft for me. Okay, cool. Don't forget, we are here every Sunday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, drafting live. We're doing something new this season, a couple of things. We have an MVP community within our free community. So if you want to support the channel, like obviously we do all of our content for free, but we do have a paid tier if you want to go above and beyond. And what it would give you access to is a private Discord community. And also we're doing some new things. The new thing that I want to talk to you about is fresh off the press. And who was it? I don't remember who it was that helped me think about this, but this one is basically our mock drafts fill up really fast. So what we want to do for the MVP members is if in fact you want to join our mock drafts, we'll give the MVP group first access to it. So if you want to get during the off season, you want to get into the mock drafts early with us, all you have to do is consider becoming a MVP member. Again, it's 26 cents a day. It's not a lot of money. And I know some of you guys have jobs and stuff, and maybe you can afford it for a season, but it really helps the channel. So we are always going to be here for you for free any way you look at it. But if you want that extra access and you want to be able to get into the mock drafts early, you want to be in the MVP Discord chat. And the last thing that we're doing new, if you want to get access to our exclusive MVP podcast feed. We're going to take questions throughout the week from folks, and we'll talk to you and figure out what's the best day to publish the podcast. And then I'm going to record an MVP only podcast. We're going to publish it on our Substack. The only way to get access to it is if you're an MVP member. So we want to make sure that you guys get as much value as possible from the MVP. So we're thinking of cool ways to do that for you. Other than that, again, I think I shouted out NBA Fantasy Bible, but I wanted to shout out his name, D-Mac, which is my guy. I think I was just like talking crazy and I called him NBA Fantasy Bible. Other than that, just want to thank you guys for being a part of this community. And don't forget, play the waivers, set your lineups, and believe in fantasy. Peace.